Hello everybody, welcome back to Sneaky's Let's Play Stardew Valley Season 2, episode, I believe, 6. So, had a little bit of a rocky start with the video recording, had some technical difficulties where Handbrake was just not encoding something, which is why episode 4 looked so crappy. But we're back, and our potatoes are ready to rock and roll, which is going to be really useful for a couple of reasons. First off, we need the cash badly, because the 13th is the Egg Festival. Here we go. Right. And we're going to need some cash for that. We're also going to want to kind of clean this up a bit. Had a few places decay, unfortunately. That was 4, plus the one we didn't get. 5 more. Let's go ahead and fertilize that since we've got some time before Pierre's opens anyway. That was kind of unfortunate, though. No, we are going to keep those taters. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and put the sap back up. Yeah, I'm getting hung up on stuff. I really do need to start cleaning up this place. I really do. And we are going to get to that. It's just that I haven't really had the energy to do so yet. Let's go ahead and at least water this. Now, we are going to get another 40 parsnips. We are only going to get 40 potatoes. Yes, we could afford more. No, we can't afford the endurance for more. You'll see tomorrow. Well, technically next episode. Which I guess should be coming out tomorrow. So, yeah. But, we've got a lot of things to do. And a lot of stuff we're going to need to buy. Let's go ahead and water these guys. Last thing I want to do is forget to water something. Robin's Lost Axe. Yeah. Raiders of the Lost Axe? I don't know. Anyway. 2 PLs. We also do need to do some mining. Hopefully we can do that tomorrow. We will see. We also need to get our tree farm going. So, Pierre, hey. 40 parsnips, my good man. $40 potato seeds. I now have 4,900. I'm gonna need most of that. I cannot afford really to do anything else here. I'm gonna need it for something I'm gonna be buying in the next episode. Also, note I got my level 4 up here. Let's just check these and see if they can get me a... Oh, there we go. Acorn. Let's see, there's one up here, isn't there? No, that's a maple. Okay. Do you still want to get acorns going in short order? So, let's start planting, shall we? First, the parsnips. We need those gold parsnips. We cannot afford to not have gold parsnips, even though they aren't the most profitable crop in the world. We need that quality crop bundle because I am not spending half of my field on pumpkins in the fall. Not gonna happen. Not on my watch. So, here's what we're gonna do here. We're gonna plant these 40 potatoes. Now, I am glad that I was, in fact, able to get those extra 20 potatoes down. That was extra money in my pocket, which is never a bad thing, although it prevented me from progressing as far in the mines, and that is kind of an issue. I may have to try and dive into the mines today just to do a mine dive. Hello, cat. I mean, I just need at least 5 levels. I can't afford to put that off, because I need level 40 by the end of the month, minimum. And quite frankly, I need all the copper I can get. And as you can see, I've got a lot more energy now than I used to. So, yeah. Let's do a mine dive. Put that up, put that up. Let's go ahead and just refill the watering can real quick. And then put that up. Yeah, there you go. Now, I know some people really want to focus on getting that backpack. I strongly disagree. Here's the thing. Your backpack is inventory space, which, okay, when you're doing mine dives, is useful in getting more stuff. But other than that, completely worthless. It's just a matter of inventory management. Whereas that extra 2,000 gold that you're spending on that can be a tool upgrade. Can be getting more stuff. More seeds. To be able to multiply rapidly your holdings. It's just too big of an expense this early in the game. And of course we start right up into an infested thing. One thing, I've been doing it, but I don't know if I've ever mentioned it, is with slimes and such, you really want to try and pin them up against a wall and stun lock them into the wall, if at all possible. Yeah, and Duggies, you're just kind of dodging back and forth so they don't pop up and smack you. And it seems that there are a lot of Duggies on this level. Oh, a lot of Duggies on this level. Okay. And of course we have to kill all monsters here, which is why I was deliberately thinking. But you see, I've pinned them up against the wall, knocking them into the wall, pinning them up against it, and I'm betting... Yeah, I thought so. There you go. And if you didn't know, you can use your pickaxe to break their shell. It takes several hits to do so, but you can. I actually have a little interest in now that I've got level 1 fighting. Ouch. Get off of me, you stupid slime. This kind of map is really interesting. Because you really get, I mean, first off, there's a guaranteed exit at the end here. Second off, you've got this little minecart here at the end. which is a lot of coal, but I believe it is one time only ever. You come back here the next day, it's closed for business. It's not open. You can't get it anymore. You can only ever get it once. Anyways, killing off 30 Dougies does get you something interesting, and that is an earth crystal that I do want. Let's go ahead and eat this horseradish, because that's going to give us a good chunk of energy, which is why I picked it up to begin with. We've already got a yam. We don't need another one. You notice this is where the mines start getting a little dark. Some areas darker than others, but this is actually going to pose a problem for us as we start descending. However, here's a ladder, and we're through. But that is definitely something that we are going to have to deal with in the not too terribly distant future. We haven't gotten a single piece of copper this whole run. No copper. We do have these bugs, which are extremely annoying, especially this time at this stage of the game, when I really do not have the weapon to deal with them appropriately or effectively. They are, right now, with this basic rusty sword, really not something I want to play with too much. There's a copper ore. There we go. Here's another one. This must be a bad luck day. Almost no ore veins. Get rid of the slime. Pick that up. I'm just grabbing low-lying fruit. Now I'm at 14. I'm actually going to hit 15. We've already got the stair, so that's not going to be a problem. And that's going to be it for mining. I'm definitely not going to be able to make it to 10. This seems to be a bad luck day. I've made some progression. I'm happy with that level of progression. And I'm going to head back home. I still have a good chunk of energy left, so I'm going to start doing some clearing, just to make my farm more navigable. You know, I mean, there's no point in wasting the energy, so why not? Also got another geode there. That's gonna come in useful later. So, let's get rid of some of these rocks here that I've been tripping over constantly. And then we're going to start chopping some trees down. We need the lumber. We can use the sap. We got some good amount of coal here. I'm actually going to pick this one up just to be able to complete that one smelting thing. I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'll pick that up in a bit. Let's go ahead and grab a axe. There we go. And we're going to start by chopping the stuff nearest to our farm plot and on our way to our farm plot, simply because they are the most inconvenient to us, so we might as well get two birds with one stone, which is going to be mostly pine trees. I really don't care that much about pine cones, I'll be honest with you. There we go. And probably one more. Yep, that's it. Alright, and it is now 11:30. It is almost midnight. I'm going to call this a day We're going to put that up. Still don't have a whole heck of a lot of cash. Or, well, we've got the cash, but it's about to be used. What we don't have a whole heck of a lot of is lumber, as we are going to need that in bulk. So, okay, that was interesting. Level 3 farming, bee houses, speed grow, farmer's lunch. Level 4 farming, we now have preserved jar recipe. Level 1 combat, a completely worthless ring. So, let's see what that was. An explosion was heard in the night. This is something that I've heard a lot of people complain about not knowing what this is, and I will show you what this is. Yep, tomorrow is going to be the Egg Festival. We will deal with that in the next episode. It is Friday, so the cart is here. Got a cookie. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be the Egg Festival. Put the cookie up. There we go. Now we're going to put this back down. And let's kind of do a pass through where our farm is. Oh, hey, our blue jazz has matured. Yeah, I know, I still need to water my crops, and I certainly will do that, but we're gonna investigate what that noise was first. Because this actually could impact some strategic decisions. Because it's gonna be something, it's gonna be somewhere around here. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Up here, ah, there it is. This thing. The meteorite. I need a gold pickaxe to get that up, and that is kind of in an inconvenient location, because that's about where I was planning on putting my, It's about where I was planning on putting my barn. That's inconvenient. Granted, not as inconvenient as some things, but, you know. On the scale of inconvenience, it's probably a 3 or a 4. So, let's go ahead and make sure we do not forget to water our crops, because that would be embarrassing. So, and then after that, we'll see if we can't do some more mining. Because we do need to go down, and level 20 in the mines has something interesting for us if we can reach it. Here we go. Nope, out of water. Also, our green bean is nearly done, which is going to be cool. I'm going to leave the jazz there. I'm not going to pick it up, because we just got the recipe for bee houses, which does need maple syrup, so I need tappers. And for tappers, I need foraging 3, and I've only got about 2.5-ish. Maybe 2 2/3, somewhere in that neighborhood. The important thing is I don't have it yet. And then I will need to actually tap one of each tree type. And I will need to do that for the exotic foraging bundle. Because that's like most of that bundle completed right there with those 3, plus a couple of random mushrooms that you pick up from the mines. Cave carrots, I think, also count towards the exotic foraging bundle, which makes it a very, very easy to bundle. And I just clicked on the blue jazz like I did not want to, trying to water it. Oh well. You know what? Scratch that. Fine. And the blue jazz sells for absolute crap. Is there anybody who loves it? No. Lots of people like it. Nobody loves it. It is required for the lucky lunch, but I don't know how to make it, and I'm not planning on getting a kitchen for quite some time. So, blue jazz, congratulations, you are the weakest link. So, we've got a half a bar. Let's go ahead and hit those mines. We really, really need them badly. Did I already pet the cat today? Yes, I petted the cat today. Good. Yeah, your grandfather's spirit at the beginning of year 3 will actually give you a point for your pet loving you. Which, I don't know. Considering those points can be sometimes hard to come by, it's something you just do as you progress through the game. Just pet the cat or the dog daily, and there you go. You're a point closer to getting all 4 candles lit up on the shrine. No, I did not check out the cart vendor. I'll be honest with you, I do not want to be tempted by the cart vendor. I do not want to play with those grubs. Those grubs are not your friend because they will turn into those flying pests if you don't kill them, and I do not have a weapon capable of killing them in only a few hits. So that's going to be a problem. So I'm just going to go ahead and avoid them entirely if possible. There's a copper. And they'll try and slowly crawl after me. That was actually one of the things that I did not notice before the 1.1 update. Them and the golems, the stone dudes in the level 30 to 40, and 1.0 were not really all that hostile. I mean, they might do a little bit of accidental contact damage, but they didn't actively seek you out to try and kill you. Whereas in 1.1, they did actually move towards you. And there's my mining level 2, which is why I keep going after these things here. Tool upgrades. Let's talk about tool upgrades and what I am planning on doing with my tools. Here's the thing. I need my copper hoe and copper watering can before the end of spring. I can't not do that. It will cripple me in the summer if I don't. And we are having site issues. There we go. Could really use a glow ring right about now. Oh, got a piece of coal. One thing, if you're not sure if there was a staircase that spawned or not, walk over the space you just mined. If it let you walk over it, there's no staircase there. If it did not let you walk over it, right-click it. Now, I'm having some actual troubles progressing today. I'm betting luck is not on my side again. Quite frankly, I don't care. Because luck or not, it doesn't matter how easy or difficult it is, it needs to happen. And if that means it's a little bit harder, so be it. Oh, some copper here. And I'm going through my onions pretty darn fast here, trying to get down. There we go. But 13 ore, that's almost 3 ingots. Combine that with what I've already got, and that's probably 3 ingots, which is never a bad thing. There we go, I've got my 10 confirmed kills. There we go. Got some more copper. That is no bad thing. Phooey, he got out of there. Okay, there we go. Let's go ahead and eat some more onions. I'm actually, even if I don't end up progressing today, I'm going to call this a success because that's almost 5 bars worth of copper that I've got. So I'm gonna call that good regardless. And there is just a whole grub party going on there that I want nothing to do with. I do not like how fast I am going through those onions, but unfortunately I don't have much of a choice in the matter. Holy crap! 3 of them? Really? 4? Come on! Jeez. And here comes another one. Another 2, excuse me. This must be a very unlucky day. And you notice how many hits these things take to kill with my basic sword. That is my problem. And that is something I definitely want. We're going to get rid of the bug meat to pick up a dwarf scroll number 1. And I guess we will temporarily drop our onions to eat a white algae. It's basically paying me the energy back for having to deal with all of that crap. Good lord. That took up a lot of time. That is not cool, game. Did not really appreciate that at all. $33. I'm just trying to see if there's any low-lying fruit, you know, any exits that have already been made before I go around. Almost. Yeah, when those guys start jumping around like that, they can actually be pretty dangerous. Because they jump pretty darn far. And then they, you know, give you that slime that's a movement debuff. And they have a definitive mobility advantage on you at that point. And that's not something you really want any part of. And I'm out of here. And this is exactly what I was talking about last episode or the episode before. This is exactly the situation that I was talking about. I am screwed here. This is the spiral map that I was talking about, and it is on level 19. If I had 100 stone and I had the recipe for the stone staircase, this is the time to do that, because that gets me the next tier. As it is, there is no way I'm going to be able to do this in one day, especially not since it's almost 10 o'clock already. I need to get out of here. Geode worth 5 wood. Yeah, sure. We'll do that. Let's just try this. Here. I'm just trying to see if any of these things won't lock into a staircase. I mean, aha! Done. And now we have a steel small sword, which deals 4 to 8 damage instead of 2 to 5. Yes. And now we are out of here. I actually managed to pull that off, but yeah, if I hadn't gotten that, I would have lost 4 levels of progression, because there's no way I'm doing a spiral map in, you know, half an hour of game time, which is like almost no time at all. As it is, I'm probably going to be hitting my place around 11 o'clock, which is really cutting it close. But hit level 20, I got my small sword, which is a huge combat upgrade. It about doubles my damage output, which means it halves the amount of hits it takes to kill something, which is awesome and amazing. And my chest is full. I'm going to need to reorganize my stuff after I get done with the festival tomorrow. So, 35 bars. That's another 7 bars. Plus 2 is 9. That is awesome. And yeah, now I can enter the Adventurers Guild. And that's going to call it for the episode today, people. Thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Let's go ahead. Level 2 mining, there's that staircase recipe I was talking about. But other than that, this is Sneaky the Lost, signing off.